Hello, everybody. Coming to you from our living room. I hope that you all are well and well stocked up and taking care of yourself. We're doing fine, and I just wanted to check in with you to say hello and to kind of update you on where things are. We're going to be coming to you every Wednesday about this time, and every Sunday morning I'm going to go down to the church and record a message so that we'll have our Sunday service and you can have that at home. But just wanted to give you a word of encouragement today and to give you something to think about, something that's sort of been on my heart. And it's one of the things that I think God's people faced is what we're facing now. How can we sing the Lord's song in a strange land? This is indeed strange times for us. But we know that if God be for us, who can be against us? And so I was thinking about like the prophets in the Old Testament. And, I don't think God always talked to them in audible voices. I think that he made things so clear and so plain to them that it was obvious what he was saying. And I think that's kind of where we are now. If you think about it, all of the things that we take for granted, all the things that we put our trust in some ways have become like idols to us. And we had a discussion in Bible study a few weeks ago about idols, and particularly idols that Gideon, during the time that he lived, that he faced in the 6th chapter of Judges. And the Lord came to him and told him that he would be with him and that he would be victorious in him. But Gideon needed a lot of encouragement, and God encouraged him. But one of the first things that God told him was to get rid of the idols. And it always fascinated me, like what the fascination was with God's people, with idols. And so idols were something they made with their own hands that ultimately they bowed down and worshiped. And I thought about what are the things in our life that we've created that we now bow down and worship. And I thought about like how all of our idols have been thrown down, like sports, entertainment, travel, the stock market, just so many things that we've come to depend on and rely on for our security has been thrown down. And now God has the opportunity to be central in our life again. And I think that, God is kind of saying that to us today, is that these are all idols. And the Israelites never stopped worshiping God and never stopped serving God. They just put those things alongside God and served those things while serving God. And God was saying, no, that's not how it works. What works is that you put me first and that you serve me only. And I'm the God who brought you out of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. You should have no other God before me. And so part of what I think the Israelites faced is what we face today. Like when they were being led to Babylon, they were trying to say, well, how can we sing the Lord's song in these conditions? How can we be happy? How can we be joyous in these circumstances? And that's precisely where we are. They felt the same thing that we feel now, just a total disruption of their life, total disruption of the things that they came to rely on. But they rediscovered God, and they rediscovered that God was able, and so will we. And so be encouraged. God is still in control. God's still making ways. God's still healing. And so even the institution of church, the way that we do church, the way that we have church, all of those things are being transformed. And so even me, here I sit in my living room speaking to you, an old dog learning new tricks, and God is still speaking. God is still doing church. It's just going to look a little different for a while. So I wanted to say, if you need anything during this time, be sure to call the church. If there's things that you need access to that you don't have access to, we have resources to get them to you. You just call the church office. And so I want to say stay encouraged, be encouraged. 10 o'clock Sunday morning, we're going to have a message for you, songs, praise and worship team, the whole 9 yards. So you may not be able to make it out. We obviously won't be able to make it out to service physically, but we can have church wherever 2 or 3 are gathered in his name. And so tune in this Sunday morning at 10 o'clock, and we're going to have church as usual. So God bless you. You guys have a wonderful afternoon, and we'll talk to you on Sunday morning. God bless. Bye-bye.
Sanctuary.